Hello guys, welcome to our channel. Today we are going to discuss about factorization. So the name itself says that factorization means factoring out something. So you are factoring a term in this chapter. So there are many methods to factorize. Let us discuss. So how to factorize? If you check how to factorize, the first step you need to do is factorize HCF. So you know how to find HCF of terms. We know how to find HCF of numbers, but we don't know how to find HCF of terms, right? So you may ask me the question that how you will find out HCF. Don't worry, I am here. I am going to tell you about how to factorize HCF also. Next, if that process is not possible, okay, even possible, we need another alternatives to factorize a particular sum or particular question. So after factorizing HCF, there are still many methods like regrouping method. So it's also a good method to factorize some terms. I'll tell you what is the regrouping method in detail in this video. Next, using of identities. You know, right? We have algebraic identities like a minus b whole square, a plus b whole square, and so on. So we are going to use those identities to factorize our full expressions. Next, splitting method. This is a very important topic and you'll get to be used this in your future. So listen carefully to every topic. Let's go deep into it. First, let's go into factorizing HCF. So factorizing HCF, first, how to find HCF? To find HCF, we need to know what is the HCF of number coefficient, numerical coefficient, that is numbers, and multiply it with the lowest power of common factors. To clear you, let's take an example. Here I have an expression that is 6x square y cube minus 54x cube y square plus 45xy to the power 4. So here, what are the numerical coefficients I have here? We have 36, 54 and 45. If we check HCF of these numbers through long division method or prime factorization method, we'll get the HCF of 36, 54 and 45 as 9. And if you check what are the common variables here, so the common variables here you get is x and y. And what is the lowest power of x? The lowest power of x is here 1, because x power 2, x power 3 and x power 1. So the lowest power of x is here x power 1 and lowest power of y is y power 2. So we need to multiply the HCF of numerical coefficients, the HCF of common factor x, that is x power 1, and multiply with the least power of y, that is y power 2. When we multiply 9 into x into y square, we'll get 9xy square, which is the HCF of this whole expression. And later on, if you factorize it, we'll get 9xy square common, and in bracket you'll get 4xy, because 9xy square into 4xy you'll get 36x square y cube minus 6x square plus 5y square, following through like that. So 9xy square into 6x square you'll get minus 54x cube y square. So like, so taking HCF is easy in expressions if you understand it clearly. To get it perfectly, you need to practice some sums. If you want, I will post it in one video. And next, regrouping method. So regrouping method is commonly used when there are even number of terms. Like in expression, if I have 4 terms or 6 terms, then I can use regrouping method. So now I will show you one example, that is 12x cube minus 6x square y plus 20xy minus 10y square. So here I am here grouping two terms in brackets, as you can see. So when I group these brackets, I observe that I can take HCF from the following groups. As you know how to take HCF, I took HCF as following and took common of those. Now I got here two common factors, that is 2x minus y and 2x minus y. And at final I got the answer 6x square plus 10y into 2x minus y. Regrouping is nothing, just to group the numbers, take HCF of those terms, again to get the common term, regroup it, and that's it. As simple as it is. Next, use of identities. We know that we have specific algebraic identities like a minus b whole square, which is a square plus b square minus 2ab, a plus b whole square, which is a square plus b square plus 2ab, and a square minus b square, which is a plus b into a minus b. So I will show you a sum in which we use these identities to get the factorized answer. Let's say factorize 9x square minus 6xy plus y square minus 16z square. As you can see here, I observe that 9x square minus 6xy plus y square can be factorized into one of those identities. Like see here, 9x square I can write it as 3x whole square minus 6xy I can write it as 2 into a into b, that is 2 into 3x into y, and y square I can write it as y whole square. So here I am getting a term like a square minus 2ab plus b square. We know that a minus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square minus 2ab. So here a is my 3x and b is y. So when I substitute in a minus b whole square, I get 3x minus y whole square. Next, 16z square. What are we going to do with this? As you can see, I got a square minus a square, because 16 I can write it as 4z whole square. So it's in a term of a square minus b square, and here a square minus b square can be written as a plus b into a minus b. Here a is 3x minus y and b is 4z. So when we look up this, just substitute the values, we know that, and we get the final answer as a is equals 3x minus y, we know that here, and b is equals 4z. So it is 3x minus y plus 4z and 3x minus y minus 4z. Easy as easy. Next, splitting method. In the splitting method, we are just going to split middle term so that we get 4 terms. And in 4 terms, we will apply again regrouping method, and in that regrouping method, we are going to apply again HCF method. So it's all co-integral. I mean, all are related to each other. Let's check. See, here what? To factorize without identities, we need to split the middle term into a pair of numbers. When multiply gives you AC, I mean the numerical coefficient of first term and the numerical coefficient of last term are multiplied. When we multiply, we get a product, right? That product factors we need to list down. And in those factors, which factor is getting the middle term when we added, that like that we need to, split the middle term. So here, as we check the example, 2x square plus z 7x plus 6. Here what is the numerical coefficient of first term? It is 2. And the numerical coefficient of last term is 6. So when we multiply these two, 2 into 6, 12. So what are the factors of 12? 12 can be listed into 1 into 12, 2 into 6, 3 into 4. As you can see, 3 plus 4 I can write it as 7. So there I will write, split the middle term 7x into 3x plus 4x. So I'll get it as 2x square plus 3x plus 4x plus 6. Here I am going to apply regrouping. So I am regrouping first 2 terms and I will be grouping second 2 terms. And here I am taking HCF as a common, and afterwards I will get 2x plus 3 common in both of the terms. Just I am taking here common and applying, and I got the final answer 2x plus 3 into x plus 2. So I think that you hope that you understand this topic easily. If you have any doubts, you can clarify it in the comment section. And okay, thank you. Bye bye.